Good afternoon, Hakan. And
Good afternoon, Nicola. Hello, how are you?
fine, thanks. Everything is okay. Let me thank you for taking part to this interview. It's the first one we are doing with our sales partner around the world. So it will be my first experiment in this.
Thank you.
The first question for you is, who are you and what you are doing and what is your company doing in Turkey?
Hello, Nicola, again. Thank you very much for inviting that kind of, let's say, technological meeting for us. Thank you. My name is Hakan Sargin. I'm managing director of the ESA Makine. ESA Makine is located in Istanbul, Turkey. We have been doing business, tightening business since 2005. We have been doing tightening business. It's some different business, but let's say I can say that 90% of our business is tightening.
Okay.
Basic tools, we are tightening tools, equipment supply, technical service support, plus some automation applications, let's say.
Main focus, and I would say also the know-how of the company is connected with the assembly process and especially with the
Exactly.
tightening process.
Exactly. From very basic electric and pneumatic tightening tools up to transistorized tools and filling systems, automation tightening systems.
This is really the value point of your company, being able to give the right solution for the customer's needs, which are the new upcoming technologies in the last years, which are causing more changes in the industry. I mean, we can talk about electric tools replacing standard pneumatic tools, or we can talk about automation.
The answer of these questions might change. Every market has different features. I will take consideration of our market situation. When I consider Turkish industrial market, industrial production base, I can say that it's automation, much more productivity, plus and changing from pneumatic tightening tools to electric tools.
You are active in the appliances industry, in the general industry, but also in the tier one.
We focused on white goods and home appliances, small home appliances plus electronic. Also, last 2 years, we are trying to increase our market share in automotive industry. Not main automotive industry, I can say that tier one, tier two, and MBIC also, motor vehicle industry also.
Focus on the specific Turkish market. It's more made by big companies, or it's in a major way made by small, medium enterprises. If I take a look to the Italian market, it's mainly made by small and medium enterprises. Here in Italy, the automation connected with the tightening process, or generally with the assembly process, was something initially made by the big companies, and then is now being adopted by small and medium enterprises. Do you see the same phenomenon?
Yeah, something different. At the beginning, when we started talk about the process technology, some efficiencies, and two topics I said. One is automation,
Yep.
another one changing pneumatic to electric tools. We are very active in white good industry, home appliances, and electronic industry. Also, tier one, tier two. So in these four markets, I should say which one is much more oriented focused on automation, which one is changing pneumatic to big companies like a white good industry. When I say it's white good industry, it's main manufacturers like Electrolux, BCH, Bosch,
Yep.
Siemens, and Arçelik, Vestel, like these companies. Yes, they invest for automation, but home appliances, electronic industry, and component manufacturer can be for white goods industry, can be for automotive industry. They are investing much more precise tightening technology, like
Okay.
torque control, monitoring, angle control, because that kind of electronic component manufacturers and home appliances manufacturers, semi-enterprises, and some of them still not using top control tools.
So it's a matter of increasing the quality of the assembly process, of the tightening process.
Correct. Especially component manufacturers can be, as I said, for automotive or white goods or electronic, and main electronic and home appliances manufacturers. I should say that it's more energy consumption, rest of increasing the tightening quality, and white goods is automation, I should say.
Most of the companies, they need to understand what is happening in the assembly process to get the results and to store the results. The big change from standard, let's say, pneumatic tools to electric ones.
Exactly. Exactly, especially for electric tools. For example, when we compare last 2 years, we were asking much more questions about the communication or getting signal communication, monitoring. That kind of requests we are receiving much more comparing to with last before 2 years, let's say.
The market is going more and more complicated. I mean, the requests you are receiving from customers are getting more and more complicated from their point of view.
Exactly. You have to follow this quick developments. You need to train your team. If you cannot follow this request, if you cannot answer these questions, or your product cannot supply these questions, you are of course out.
Yes, of course.
The race. You have to develop your product. Both you have to develop your team, sales team, staff, everything, technical support side, everything. To have only tools product is not enough.
Not all companies like your one are so technically prepared. This made you more competitive.
Exactly. That's the correct point, I think. If you show your technical ability to customer, both at the beginning before the sales and after the sales, in this case, the customers that you are dealing with also high profile.
How much is complicated the market from flexibility point of view? I mean, we have customer which tomorrow will manufacture, I don't know, 100 pieces, and the day after 20, and then 300. And so with very variable volumes and high level of customization, because everybody is making everything for their customer.
Correct. I think it depends on the customer purchasing behaviors. It's changing. It's last couple of years, and the internet and online, let's say online life is something is globalization, I think. And in our global purchasing behavior is changing. A lot of options, such as small mobile phone, lots of options, and big competition. That's why big sellers trying to get more and more customers. That means they need to give much more options. As an end user, when they see lots of options, they only ask.
Yes, you are right.
It's big advantage for them because demand is changing a lot, as you said. They need to produce new one and maybe very similar product, but blue color or something, or a little bit different. They need different torque. They need a different tool, but it's a small process for them. But they don't want to make investment. So that in this case, the equipment that they are using I'm talking about for tightening side, of course, to have flexibility is big advantage, of course, for production companies.
Yes, because they can change quickly the setup and using what they exactly need in each moment. And even if we talk about the automation we are selling together in Turkey, we are not talking about monument machine that cannot be changed or adapted to different batches or different needs. So we are talking about small automation that's been easily changed or adapted again to different needs. So
Exactly. It's a very simple example. For example, it's again, of course, we need to give example for our business area. For
Yep.
example, one the line you use straight. Let's say, do you have 10 straight screwdriver? But one new product and process changing, and you need to same tool, but pistol type. But you already have one straight tool. You put handle, then it's pistol type.
Yep.
In this case, customer doesn't need to invest. It's very small flexibility, but in future, I think one straight line, they will ask maybe more. For example, maybe small part customer will keep. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say they use clutch tool. When we adopt small part, it will be current control or
Okay.
transfer tool.
Yes, yeah,
That
it's
works.
it's it's correct, but definitely it's coming from customer. How much is important for your customer the ergonomy?
It's of course, it's ergonomy is not something new. It's always for us, of course, for titling tool suppliers is first priority. As an operator side, is ergonomy is first priority for us as a supplier. It should be for Fiam or for ESA. We should offer ergonomy first to operator because operator is important for us, for Fiam, for ESA because they will judge your tool. But in this case, in the end of the day, is price first or right tool, then ergonomy. Different market it depends on, let's say, in Turkey, it depends on the which market you are
Mm-hmm.
dealing. If you are white goods industry and or electronic industry, home appliances or component manufacturers, it depends on the which market you are. Also, it depends on the how many shifts, how heavy they have production.
There are probably markets that pays more attention to the ergonomic topic, and other they will pay more attention to, I don't know, pricing or flexibility or other.
More than 70% is ergonomy first priority in the enterprises
Okay.
right now.
Customer more and more they are speaking about not only the physical ergonomy, they are also thinking about mental ergonomy. I mean, you have an operator on the assembly line who is working for 8 hours, 7 hours.
Yeah, to increase efficiency and productivity of process, production line or process, I think including this mental ergonomy also. If you increase your process productivity and if you create good efficiency for your process control, it also increases mental ergonomy also. I believe that it's
Mm-hmm.
linked to this efficiency of process control, I think.
So I have the last question for you. Uh,
Okay.
you are supposed to be a wizard or something like this, but what do you think about the future? How do you see the economic situation in Turkey in the next, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3 years?
Maybe when we check last 2 years, 3 years, it depends on the global crisis, COVID-19 crisis side
Yep.
of this, its average growth rate is more than 6% every year. So next year also its growth rate is around 6%. I think for next 2 years, 3 years, we were expecting lots of investments in Turkey maybe and Turkey, Poland, and Czech Republic, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
countries, a little bit different than Europe. It's very much investment-oriented markets, I think, because when we're comparing, let's say, cost, general cost can be everything. It's comparing with Europe, a little bit lower than Europe. So for example, in our market, we are seeing a lot of new investments, lots of plants,
Okay.
automotive, white goods. So I'm optimistic for next
Okay.
2 years, 3 years.
Great. it sounds interesting even for us.
Good country for invest.
Definitely.
You have a lot of chance here. Sun, sea, and economy plans, everything.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Thanks again for
Thank you very
investing
much.
your time for this short speech and interview.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, Hakan.
Thank you. Bye.